Hey everybody, random quick video today. So this is my Jimi Hendrix signature wah. It was given to me by my father on my birthday many years ago, and it's very special to me. But it stopped working, and I tried everything to try to get it to work, and I tried putting contact cleaner in the switch and everything else. As it turns out, I've got some sort of power problem because I disassembled this, pulled this board out, and even if I plug it in directly here, no obstructions, it doesn't work when you engage it. It works pass through, but it won't engage. Also with the 9-volt battery does the same thing. So I also have right here a regular G95 CryBaby, and I thought, well, maybe I can just put another wah pedal inside the casing of my Jimi Hendrix wah pedal. So I noticed that the similarities between these two basically tell me that they are identical, and that the Hendrix wah is literally aesthetic only, and that there does not appear to be any functional difference or electronic difference between the two. So I just wanted to do this quick video and show you that you can drop another wah pedal in to another wah pedal, even if it's a signature model like the Hendrix one specifically. I just want to show you this. So this is the regular CryBaby. So the PCB G95 CryBaby, there's the part number, ends in 2622, 515 of 03, provision H. If you look over here at the Hendrix, what does it say? Does it say PCB Hendrix? No. PCB GCB-95 CryBaby, part number ends in 2622, 515 of 03, provision H. Look at those two boards side by side. The only visible difference that I can see, this isn't labeled, and the jacks look a little different, but they are both Nutric, so the coloration is probably just from age. The connector here is the same. Yeah, the board looks identical. If I move up here, this is a skew because I have it disassembled, but if you look up here, it's using the Dunlop Hot Pots 2. Dunlop Hot Pots 2. If you look at the switch, it looks identical as well. The only difference is the color of the plastic. This is black, this is white. That's it. The only difference between these two pedals is that one uses a black plastic, one uses a white plastic. They appear to be functionally identical, so I don't feel nearly as bad with doing the drop-in. So I'm just gonna pull the board and the switch and stuff out of the one on the left and put it in the one on the right. So I have the CryBaby here. This is the regular one. Taking this apart is pretty simple, honestly. The other thing is, I've realized that I think that the switch and stuff on the Hendrix one works fine, because the problem is with the power. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect this cable here and just take the board out and put the board in the Hendrix one. I'm going to keep all this stuff that's up here in the Hendrix one. If that doesn't work, then I'll move everything else too. But to take this apart, it's real easy. There's a screw here holding the board in. Then if you flip it over, you got to take that off. And you got to take that off. Now these are Nutric jacks, which means that these ends here are threaded. They're about this long. And it actually threads into this barrel here. So when you unscrew it, it pulls out, and that's all that's holding this in. So it's like having the washer built into the jack. So all you do is you undo these two and undo this screw. So let's do that. So I got it started with some needle nose because it's in there pretty tight, and then it's just finger loose, and you can just turn it with your hand like this. And I'll show it to you when I get it out. There it is, there it comes. So there you go. So the washer is basically built onto this, and this threads down into the jack itself. So, by the way, I do this first because that screw holding the PCB in will help keep it from rotating while you're trying to unscrew this. So yeah, there's one. You can get the other one out now. I got them both out. So now the only thing holding this in is this screw right here. So pull that screw out. And there you go. Board should be free. Kind of wedged in there, but there we go. All right, next thing to do is to disconnect this. So it's real simple. if you've worked with computers, it's just that right there. Just some straight pins and it just pulls right off. Pretty much no resistance. Pretty easy. And all done. On the back, you've got your circuit board, all the solder points. There it is. So pulled right out. I'm gonna get the other one disconnected and just pop this in there. So they're both out now. When you pull them out, you can really see how similar, identical, I should say, they are. All the numbers match up exactly. It has the same capacitors. It has the same everything. The board print is even the same. Now the lighting makes it so that you can't really see, but all these lines and markings are the same. I bet you can't tell which is which just by looking at them, unless you remember from earlier. But this one is the Hendrix and this one is the regular. They even put a T on the bottom with a Sharpie, it looks like, in the same place. So there they are. It should be pretty simple to just take this G95 and just drop it into the Hendrix wah. So let's do that right now. So let's swing it over. There we go. It should just fit in right there. And it does. Well, I gotta move it up a little, but there it is. So then you take this and you plug it in. And it's very easy. There we go. That's in. All right, now before we screw everything back together, we're just gonna plug this in and see if it works. And if it does, then we'll go ahead and screw it in. So we're just using a little combo amp today. Here's the pedal, everything's plugged in. Here's the guitar. So that's just passed through. Let's engage the pedal now. Works perfectly. All right, so that tells me that this board that came in that Hendrix wah just had problems. I don't know where the problem is, but it tells me that the rest of the board was, or the rest of the pedal was fine. The switch was fine. The pot was fine. It was something on this board got messed up. And I noticed when I would wiggle the power around, this would work. So probably if I desoldered this and put a new one on there, I'd probably fix it. But since I happen to have another CryBaby pedal laying there, it worked. So I guess the main takeaway from this video is if you have a broken Hendrix wah pedal, you can just get a GCB-95 and get the board out of it like this and pop it in and it'll be good to go. The other thing is if you want to customize the way that your CryBaby looks, it looks like these boards are pretty much interchangeable. As long as it's not one of those fancy ones that has all the knobs and switches and stuff. They're pretty much interchangeable. So that's all. Pretty short video today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.